Welcome back once again, Spazites, to another Transformers video review. Today, we have Transformers Legacy Evolution Scraphook, the Autobot Junkion. As far as I'm aware, Scraphook is a brand new Transformer character, never before brought to life before. Yeah. He looks pretty cool. I can't wait to get him out. I love the whole modulator weaponizer aspect. The coolest thing is that these Junkion weaponizers or modulators, whatever you want to call them, can actually transform. There's no parts forming involved. So what you see there can be made into what you see there without removing any parts, which is really cool. Except maybe that hook. I'm assuming the hook on the arm is a separate part altogether. But anyway, let's go ahead and get him out of his cardboard. Well, actually, there's no plastic here. These are some sort of twine. Cardboard prison here. And we'll be right back after a quick cut. And yeah, I'm really excited to get this guy. I'm glad that they're finally giving us more Junkions. I would have preferred either the existing Junkions to be Deluxe class or some of these new ones to be Voyager class, especially when this pickup tow truck should be considerably larger than a motorcycle. So that's a little disappointing to me, but what can you do? Our next Junkion will be a motorcycle, and it will also be Deluxe class, so there is that as well. Anyway, after a quick cut, I'll be right back. Thanks for watching. Stick with me. Yeah, okay. Alright, here is Scraphook in his robot glory. He comes with 6 little accessories to attach to wherever. You've got your tow hook thing. You've got a couple of exhaust pipes, one left and one right, that have 2 different kinds of connection ports on them. This has a connection port there, and then you can also put the hook or other accessories in there, like a gun or something. You've got a couple of, I'm not sure what these are supposed to be, but I think there might be supposed to be little guns. Not sure. And then you've got your spiked wheel weapon that can go anywhere on the figure. There are so many ports on this figure. You've got 1 on each wheel. You've got 1 on the arms there. You've got 2 in the knees right here, which I think is where these buddies are supposed to go in vehicle mode. Let's see. You've got 2 on the back here, 2 under the feet. So there are lots of ports, and I've got to actually look at the instructions to figure out where all of these go. Let's see. On the cover, oops, that's one thing I don't like about this, is he's got elbow rotation, but it's on a really loose clip right here, and you basically got to squeeze the elbow in order to get that to rotate properly. Otherwise, it just pops right off, like it just did there. So you've got to be careful with that while posing this guy. He does have elbow bend, double bend if you include this little clip. His arms can go out that far. Let's look at all the articulation while we're at it. Arms can go out this far. These shoulder pauldron things affect his head. They can swivel all the way around. They've got some forward crunch if you untab that part of the arm. He does have waist swivel. His head turns 360 degrees. No light piping, but he does have a hollow head, which is a little disappointing. It looks like it's on a mushroom peg. You can kick this far forward, this far back, bend the D 90 degrees, and he does have ankle tilt. Why is the ankle tilting the wrong way? I wonder if these legs are on wrong somehow. His leg doesn't want to tilt the other way. That is weird. Huh. That can't be right. His leg's got to be able to tilt the other way. There we go. Okay, this gets in the way of the leg tilt, but if you move that forward a little when you tilt it, the leg does tilt the right way. So, another unfortunate thing about this mold, unfortunately. I feel very, very silly for repeating myself like that. So I apologize. But anyway, let's load him up with his weapons. According to the cover here, these are little handgun-like things. So they will go there. Let's see where his other weapons are supposed to go. Let me see here. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so we've got the exhaust pipes going here, and then we've got the scrap hook on the other arm, like that. So, there you go. That's what he looks like in his official loadout, weapons loadout. Yes, just looking at it to double check, and that is how it is supposed to go, I guess. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get him transformed and see if I can't figure out... Well, it looks like you can actually store his handgun things down here in robot mode. You just got to move the legs out of the way in order to place them. But because they're so recessed, the legs still work fine. So that's good. That's cool. Weapon storage is always fun. And of course, you can put these back down here so that his heels don't look quite so just like a flat... I'm not a fan of his heels, although they do give him some really good stability. If you put these exhaust pipes down here, which I think I saw someone else do in a picture on Twitter or Instagram, put the legs down there and the exhaust pipes, and it adds to the heels, and it makes it just look a little less like it's just a big flat thing in the back. So there's that as well. You can also hide his weapons on his back. Like that. So there. Now all of his weapons are hidden, put away. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and transform him into his vehicle mode, and then after that, we will see what some of his weaponizer weapon loadout is. So, I'll be right back after another quick cut, and again, stick with me. Thanks for watching. Alrighty, here is Scraphook in all of his vehicle glory, if you want to call it that. Yeah, it's a pretty rundown, rusty-looking old tow truck, which is actually pretty cool. Once again, I do wish he was a little larger, but what are you going to do, right? Let me see. I know I've got a couple of Transformers here in their alt modes. Let's pull out our Walgreens Red Alert. You can see the difference in size. I would think that a tow truck would be considerably larger than a Lamborghini. So you can see how he is a little bit taller, but other than that, he's about the same length, and he's a little skinnier too from the looks of it. So considerably smaller. I feel like they're just slowly getting smaller and smaller with these Transformers, unfortunately. But at the same time, as long as they're sticking close to, I don't know. I don't want to defend the size, but I know plastic is expensive to produce, and with inflation going up, they need to keep the costs down on these figures. And even though they're not keeping the costs down, they're just charging more and more. Of course, he is considerably larger than a small deluxe, which we've gotten plenty of recently as well. Of course, I don't have him in his vehicle mode, so I can't really compare him to size, but you know how big Huffer and Pipes are, so they're both pretty small. Oh, great, now he doesn't want to go back where I had him. But yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get to show him standing up next to some deluxe class figures in their robot modes. So that's unfortunate. But he looks pretty cool. I am a little disappointed that his he doesn't want to stay together there at that seam right there too well, unfortunately. Everything else looks really wicked. I do like having the spare tire, the spike tire on the side there. You can put it on either side. He's still got, the wheels are plastic on a rim, a stationary rim. So the wheels are, if I had 4 of these, I could make him armored spiked wheels on all 4, but they wouldn't spin because the rim doesn't spin. So there is that. But he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11 ports for adding other modulators and stuff. Yeah, he does hold together pretty well. There's just this gap here that doesn't want to close together. These kind of butterfly in, and they were really hard to get in there. See how they move? They come out like this at an angle for there's the arms. And other than seeing the arms with the hands there, you can't really see much of the robot. Obviously, that's his groin area there. But other than that, he's really cool. I didn't have to take anything apart. All I had to do was take his accessories off and replace them on different spots when when he was done. There was also I had his exhaust pipes. I think this is the front of his arms, like this, and I had the exhaust pipes like this on the back. There was another loadout where this is just here on his shoulders, so this just wrapped around the exhaust pipes to add more armor to his shoulders. So he had 2 different loadouts for his weapons, and then one of the loadouts involved putting the guns here in his shins. So there was that. Now, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to pull these out. I'm guessing I have to pull them out when the legs are separated. But anyway, there he is in his robot mode. I showed you how he compares to other, at least one other deluxe figure. I know that in order to take him apart, you just do that. And then I think this just comes in half. No, it doesn't. I'll have to figure it out. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take him apart into his component pieces, and then we will show him loaded up on a figure or two. Well, just a figure. Anyway, be right back after another quick cut. Thanks for watching. Okay, here he is, broken apart in all his component pieces. You've got all of his weapons off. Fortunately, these slide out pretty easy. So I was afraid they'd be in there really snug, like most of the other ones, but it looks like they thought of that ahead of time. That's just like a half a hair larger than the other ones, so that this slides in and out easy. Either that or the peg is just a little bit smaller. But actually, he held on to it pretty tight too, so I think that the hole here is just a teeny bit larger than the other ones. So anyway, these are all the component parts. I'm going to go ahead and load him up with our Diaclone. Oh, I forgot his name. It's not Burnout, is it? I think it might be Burnout. Anyway, I'm going to load him up with this guy here, the repaint of Prowl, or not Prowl. Yeah, Prowl, I think. I don't know. No, it's not Prowl. The repaint of Red Alert, and then the other Lambros. Anyway, we'll be right back. I'm going to have him all decked out in Scraphook. So, yeah, be right back. I just wanted to show you the component pieces and what it looks like, all taken apart. So, yeah, stick with me. Once again, be right back. All right, here is a Diaclone clamp down with Scraphook attached. Now, it couldn't go together the way that it showed him on Hotshot on the instructions, because Clampdown's shoulders are designed differently as holes in a different spot, and these get in the way. Now, I could have moved those by bringing them out of course now it doesn't want to do it. I could have moved these by bringing these out like so, and then putting, oh, where was this supposed to go? I think it's supposed to go back here like this. Maybe. But then they're supposed to be flipped around so that, I don't know. Anyway, I did it the way I did it. It worked. So, but this is his loadout like this. I need to get this back together. This loadout, and then I've got the exhaust pipes hooked up back there. I could put the exhaust pipes on his sides. That would probably look pretty cool. Unfortunately, the arm stilts that are so prominent on all of these modulators and weaponizers are just the arms with the shoulders put out straight. I've tried to bend them up a little to make it look a little more normal. As you can see, I still have a big chunk that's unused. He doesn't have any plugs, so I'm not exactly sure where to put this chunk. I mean, I thought it would have made a good backpack, but there are no plugs on it. There's the plugs, but there's no plug. You know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say here. Yeah, I don't have any plugs on them, so the only thing I could think is that this could become a backpack. But again, I don't know where I would. There's no way to attach it to the back. I'd have to do a lot of fidgeting around with the parts in order to get it to attach to the back, I suppose. Maybe if I put something up here to go over the shoulders, it could hang off of his back. I mean, it would make a good backpack. That's what it looks like. But even the instructions don't show that being used in the final build out here. So yeah, that's basically how I have him, except I've got the guns mounted on his shoulders, the handguns, instead of being used on his hands. And then I've got the exhaust pipes here that are also mounted on the shoulders, mounted a little differently. So yeah, anyway, there he is in robot mode, or in build out mode, modulator mode, weaponizer mode, whatever you want to call it. And adds a little bit of firepower to our main character and gives him a melee weapon and a big scrap hook and makes him a little taller. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and transform him back into a robot mode so we can see how he looks compared to another deluxe figure, being this figure here. And we'll be right back after a final cut and to say goodbye. So see you in a moment. Alrighty, here's Scraphook next to Lockdown. I think that's what I decided his name was. I just looked it up and I've already forgotten again. It's not Road Hauler. It's definitely not Override. It is Clamp Down. Here is Scraphook next to Clamp Down. I think Clamp Down looks a lot nicer and cleaner without all the rust hanging off of him. But yeah, I just wanted to show Scraphook next to another previous generation, or not generation, but previous lines, deluxe class. They are about the same size, so it's not a huge difference. If anything, I think Scraphook is just a hair taller because of his shoulders. I've now got his exhaust pipes on his backpack, which I think look pretty cool that way as well. Before I had them on his shoulders, I've got his guns out. Sun's out, guns out, right? And then I've got our other two Junkions in the background here, Retgar in his motorcycle mode, and Scrap Heap in his robot mode. So we will be checking them out. Let's see how easy it is for a deluxe class Scraphook to ride a Voyager class Retgar. Pretty easy, actually. So yeah, looks pretty cool to me. I'm happy about it. I can't wait to see more Junkions from this Legacy line. And hopefully in the future, we'll just keep having more Junkions. They don't all have to be modulator weaponizers, but that's fine too. I'm not going to complain. I do want to get some Junkions from previous lines. I know Generations had a 3-pack of Junkions. I don't know if it was a convention exclusive or if it was just a retailer exclusive. But I do kind of want to get them. It's got a small version of a more Earth mode motorcycle of Wreck-Gar, and then 2 other Junkions. I don't even know if they have names. But anyway, this has been my video review for Transformers Legacy Evolution Scraphook Autobot Junkion. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm not sure how long it's been. I know I rambled on a lot, as I tend to do. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a comment down below. Feel free to thumbs up, all that good stuff. If you're not already, please subscribe. It's completely free for you to do and help me grow my channel. I'd really appreciate it. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. As of recording this, I'm up to 900. So I am very excited about that. And yeah, until next time, as usual, be kind, happy hunting, and goodbye. Don't forget to wash your hands, and if you go out, please be safe. Bye.